Well, good evening, London City. How are you all doing out there? You got it right. It is dead on 7 o'clock, which means you are, of course, in tune and in time for another edition of that super duper califragilisticexpialidocious soul food show alongside your boy DJ Val. How you all doing out there? Well. I am super excited about today's show. I got a soul food daily double. I think I do have a bit of a worship 101. I will be joined a little bit later on by my very special guest, Mr. Ademola Uduola. You guys have to learn how to say his name. And of course, all your usual bits and pieces. If you need to contact me, hit me on the also secret WhatsApp number 07960219366 and take you right through to the broadcasting suite. The official DJ Val on Insta works just as good, but I am super excited, super ready, super steady, so let's go. There
is no better time than 7 to 9 with DJ Val, playing those smooth gospel tracks back to back. The way you like it.
And you are listening to the Soul Food Show with
Whether it's
DJ
food for the
Val.
body or food for the mind, tune in to DJ
Soul
Val.
Food Show with DJ Val.
Playing music for your mind, body, and soul.
Yo, blessings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. This is your boy Diligence from Tampa, Florida. You are now listening to the Soul Food Gospel Show with my brother DJ Val. Jesus, what can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus.
What can wash away my sin?
Nothing but the blood of Jesus.
What can make me whole again?
Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious King of Lord, that makes me white as snow. He had it in the beat.
Yo, me and Adam, man, we really gotta have words. I'm sorry, brother, but I heard you made it all worse. I'm stuck, I don't know what works. I know it ain't all your fault. You're just as flawed as me. And plus, I know what it's like when I let Satan talk to me. And yo, I've read all these books, and I've read all these verses. So why, when I progress, do I get caught reversing? I'm trying to keep it moving, just trying to find your grace. But I just feel like in my life, I made so many mistakes.
What can wash away my sins? Oh Lord, what can make me whole again? Oh,
It's the Soul Food Show with DJ Val.
makes me white as snow. No other found I know.
They think I'm
It's the
crazy,
Soul Food Show
and they
with
don't
DJ
understand
Val.
where I've been lately. I've been battling myself, but can he save me? I put my faith up on that shelf, and yeah, it changed me. You can tell that I've been lazy. It's the world that I was craving. But then I had a dream. He said that life ain't even always what it seems. Every test is a lesson, every lesson is a blessing if you choose to see the message.
Tell me what can wash away my sins. Tell me what can make me whole again. Oh Lord, oh precious Jesus, Lord, that makes me white as snow. No other God I know.
And so I'm here, and I'm still standing by his grace, it disappeared. All of my failures, all my shame, now I see clear. And that's because no other name has brought me near. And I can't wait to see his face, I'm pressing on. All my mistakes, they are erased, and now I'm strong.
It's the Soul
It's
Food
like the
Show.
judges closed the case, I can't move on. And yeah, I've moved from place to place, but now I found where I belong.
It was the blood of Jesus. It was the blood of Jesus. I ain't nothing without the blood of Jesus. Cover me, where would we be? Without His soul, saving me all.
Hand of God, the mercy of God, the favor of God, the grace of God, the goodness of God, the purpose that God has put upon you. And so those are some of the times that was tough to explain it. So that'll be one of the bigger meetings, was with Secretary Sir John Kerry. Another was with the president of Egypt. That was like about a year and a half ago, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi.
Okay.
This is why this was cool. Now remember, Egypt is an Arab nation. Now, if you understand how the Arab nations are with the women, women are not really visible in an Arab world. If you remember when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, when she goes to an Arab country, she's got to cover her face, and all that kind of stuff to go be the world leader. When that lady on CNN, what's her name? Kristen Amanpour, that's her. When she's doing an interview with an Arab leader, she has to cover her head and all that stuff and things. Okay, this is what's different. This is how you know God is stepping. We got to meet the president of Egypt. What does Zura wear? Zura's got a hat on. She's got a shirt. She's got pants. She's wearing boots. This is how this girl goes to meet her first Arab leader. Now, not because of anything, because that's just how she dresses. She wasn't even thinking about that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, here's the taboo part. She gets there and she puts out her hand to shake the man's hand. See, in the Arab world, first of all, the women just don't shake the man's hand. If the man's going to shake your hand, he brings his hands out first, and then you shake. Zura doesn't know any better. She doesn't know. She's a girl from LA. She puts out her hand. What does the guy do? The guy shakes her hand. You could see people looking like, damn, the girl put out her hand.
Yeah.
She didn't know. Shakes the man's hand. The man says, sit down. But even before we got there, on our way to the thing, you could tell people saying, points, hey, she's got pants on. I said, leave her alone. She's got boots on. Leave her alone. The president just wants to see this girl. So that was one that was really, really, really that way up there because it was an Arab leader and it was the first Arab leader. And this guy just sits there taking her question and answering great details, so that was really cool. So those would be 2 interviews she's done, or those would be 2 leaders she's met. Now I'm standing in the corner. See, I say to people, she's met with 31 world leaders. Each of those world leaders, when she's meeting, I'm in the same room with all the time because I accompany her.
Yeah.
Most of the times, those leaders will come over, shake my hand. You must be the dad. Yeah, I'm the dad. Oh, you must be proud. I said, no.
You must be the dad. Yeah.
You must be the dad. I said, yeah, I'm the dad. So they say, oh, you must be proud. I said, no. I said, her grandparents, that's my mom and dad.
Yeah.
They are proud. They had to play with, my mom, in the beginning, my mom tells all her church friends. She doesn't have to tell them again. They call her. My mom's name is Jumarke. They call her, say, Jumarke, guess who was on the paper? And she's like, oh, I know. You so Zura. So they're the ones talking about the fun and all the joy.
Wow.
But as I said, I'm just grateful to God. I'm not complaining. I'm thankful. I'm grateful to God. Really. Oh, and then she met Buhari. She met Buhari 3 years ago, Cheng.
Okay.
Now, Buhari, as you know, is the president of Nigeria.
Yes.
Now, either for cultural reasons or just protocol reasons, the man hardly does interviews. He doesn't talk to people. He just does not. Doesn't. It's not what he likes to do. So they had this meeting where they called Zuria and a couple other people. They said, okay, we need to be in this forum with the president.
Yeah.
That's what the purpose. He was just going to honor and say, well done for what you guys are doing. Well done for making Nigeria look good. Yada, yada, yada. Yep. Now, that was the whole idea. It was while we were that meeting, there was like, oh, I think I need to talk to the president. I said, yeah, you talk to him, all 5 of this. You don't understand. I don't mean 5 of us. I mean me along with him. They're like, child, what are you talking about? There's no time for that. The man has some defense things. I say, I need to talk to the president. What do you know? Like 25, 30 minutes later, there she is. She one-on-one with the president of Nigeria, the same guy who does not have the interviews. Why? Because of the favor of God and the mercy of God and the grace of God. See, once God's favor is upon you, it's like a light. He just lights you up.
Hallelujah.
Then people who would have said no, just say yes. Let her come undone. Okay, we got it. Let her come undone. I got it. This is a different one. We were the African Union, and President Salva Kiir of South Sudan, Zura wanted to meet this guy. Now, technically, South Sudan at that time, this was 2013 or 14, South Sudan was one of the newest countries in the world at that time, but then they were still technically at war with Sudan, which is, I don't want to say North Sudan, but it's just northern part of Sudan, called Sudan and South Sudan. So they were still very edgy. They weren't talking to people at all. And so Zura asked to talk to this leader, and we're the African Union. But we're the African Union to meet another leader. I wouldn't say what country, so I don't want to feel bad. But punchline is, we were in an office sitting down, waiting for this leader to come, this president of a country, which I'm not going to mention. His people are already there, they're already talking to us, keeping us warm, chatting us up. And then my phone rings, because I'm a sharp one. I say, hello. They say, oh, this is the protocol yada for President of South Sudan. He said he'll see you in 30 minutes. I'm like, what? He'll do what? He said, he'll see you in 30 minutes. I'm like, 30 minutes? We're on the other side of town. Besides, we're about to see leader of another country. They said, well, This is the only, listen, he can see in 30 minutes, otherwise that's it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, no ways. And so I hung up the phone and looked at Zuriel and her younger sister was traveling with her. I said, we have to leave. We have to leave. I said, yes, because Salva Kiir said yes. As a person from South Sudan, he doesn't say yes to anyone. And I said to the lady, I said, hi, we have to leave. She said, what do you mean leaving? The president is coming to see you in 45 minutes. I said, we have to go, please. I was like, what? Who does that? See, who stands up a president? Who tells one president, I can't see you now, I got to go see another one? Listen, man, we had to do that. I'm serious. We did that. We rushed out of the hall, jumped in the car, raced all the way there. It's just about when we got there, the guy was walking away. He said, oh, you guys are here? I said, yeah, I thought you won't come. I said, no, we're coming. Because can you imagine we got there and we didn't catch that dude? And we already told the other president we can't wait.
Yeah.
So the last one, so the guy, again, that's God's favor. Wow. He made a way for us to get that. So went upstairs to see this guy Salva Kiir. There he was. This guy's like 6'4", 6'5", always wears a hat. But he's as stubborn as a bull. He's just stubborn guy, but for good reasons. He's come from a place of war and battle and where they're persecuting, the Christians in South Sudan. Yeah. So he's come from a place where he's just stubborn to the core. So punchline, Zurich sits down, talks to the president of South Sudan about girls' education, why girls get them around at age 10. The guy listened. He made some valid points. Now, when that meeting was over, guess what I did? So I got on the phone. I called the other guys. I almost mentioned the country. I promised not to.
Yeah.
I mentioned, I said, listen, guys. I said, guys, we're sorry about this. Guess what I said? I said, the president was disappointed, but guess what? He still wants to see Zuriel. So can we meet tomorrow morning? Who does that? See, I don't know of anyone who stands up a president and he says, okay, let's meet tomorrow. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
That's the grace of God and the favor of God. And so the next morning we went there, and here's this other president. He said, oh, Zuriel, it's nice to meet you, because he really wanted to meet her. So that's another example of just the grace of God and the mercy of God and the favor of God. And that's the real story. She's a child of promise, And again, what did it take to get there? Blind faith and foolish faith. No different from Abraham taking son Isaac. It's a blind and foolish faith for him to say, okay, I'm gonna put you here. I'm not trying to barbecue you or nothing, but the Lord is going to provide. Imagine son asking the father, where's the ram? He said, the Lord's going to provide. But he's thinking, Lord, don't fail me now, because I don't tell the boy he's going to provide. Yeah. Don't fail me now.
Yeah.
The same way, that's the favor and mercy. Yeah. And that's our story. Zuriel's story is just one of just favor and mercy and grace. And I am thankful, my brother. I'm thankful. I'm full of thanks, and I'm thankful. Both sides of the coin. Amen. Thankful. Full of thanks at the same time.
I've put the YouTube link to I call it her show reel, but it's some of her interviews and stuff like that, and you can see her. She puts out that hand. Come on, Mr. President, you need to shake my hand, because my hand's there.
She's not thinking about. See, that's the thing about innocence and adults. See, when you're a child, you're fearless, not because you're fearless, but because your mind hasn't been corrupted.
Yeah. By the
time you become an adult, you watch the news, you read the papers, you begin to get conditioned. And so you're forming your own opinion, and people are trying to form your opinion. But in her case, she just puts out her hand because she thinks it's polite. She doesn't think anything about it. She's just herself. And that's the beauty about children and youth and innocence. It's just how they are. It's just how we are. It's how we see. Listen, everything that God made, He says, and it was good. Everything God made was pure and beautiful and good. When you and I were growing up, when you were thirsty, you went to the tap, to the faucet, you opened the tap, you put your hand, and you drank the water, period.
Yeah.
When we ran around as kids, you took the garden hose, you drank from the garden hose, period. Nothing happened to you.
Yeah.
Today, I will buy water in bottles, in big gallons, and they call them brand, they call it Avion, Carrier water. It's called foolishness. Because see, when God made water was pure. It was good. We just drank it. We have messed up the world so much so now we have to bottle the water. We call it Avion, Highland water. We call it designer waters in the blue box. And we pay for this stuff. Yeah. Stuff He gave us for free. We pay for it now. Yeah. Stuff He gave us for free. And so everything He made, it was pure and it was good. See, everything God made was cool. The moment man touched it, man contaminated it. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. The moment man touched it, it's contaminated. We try to do it better, we try to do it our way. So it was just a child's innocence. She puts out a hand because she's innocent child.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's I just have to say, it's such a wonderful story to see, and as I said, there's no way that I could articulate, even if I had every single detail, because there's no way that I can do it. And one of the things my listeners we look for is we look for truth, because truth is what sets us free, and that's what really brings a change in our life when you hear the truth, and your story, we're not advocating that that fathers all decide to stay at home and what I mean.
No, please.
But what
just like say you got my sheep hear my voice. You gotta hear. It's gotta be your calling. It's gotta be your purpose.
Yeah, there's got to be a purpose behind
saying,
it.
Honey, I'm quitting my job. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's different for everyone. See, you hold your hand up, there 5 fingers in your hands, different lengths, but still on the same hand.
Yeah,
and each one has got a purpose.
Yeah,
the shortest finger of your hand is your thumb. It's not the weakest. You don't believe me? Try to hold a glass cup without using your thumb. See how foolish it looks.
Yeah.
Yet it's the shortest finger. So we all call differently, but for the same purpose, to do good and advance the body and do God's work on this earth. So he's going to call us different. Our experiences are going to be different, but we're still part of the same vine, and we're still of the same branch of the same vine. So yes.
I'm just really hoping. Well, I know actually, I've been encouraged, Demola, by your story and how you've how God is life. It's just it's 7 years, and of
7 years and counting.
Of just being on this journey and just believing day by day that the Lord will continue to provide for you, your family, and continue to allow your daughter to open doors, to be a voice. And look, folks, I think, to be honest, guys, if you're listening, what you need to do is you need to go and Google her, Zuriel Oduwole. Go and Google her. The minute you type Zuriel in, the next thing you'll see is Oduwole. That tells you that she's, she Google Analytics is picking her up pretty high. And then have a look, and then you'll really begin to understand that a child is meeting presidents and meeting world leaders and really wanting to influence change. And she's not saying, well, I'm just a clever child. It's by the grace of God that these things are happening.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I'm just really encouraged, my brother. I really am. We are clean out of time. We are clean out of time.
I hear you.
And
I hear you.
We could keep going. How we talk about how the other kids were, how they felt about things, how the wife was managing, how everything. But we can. I always say, good interviews means that I gotta have you back. Maybe we'll bring you back on, because I want to talk. Because in the picture that I'm using for you, I can see you in your kind of like your military fatigues. So that's a whole nother story that we can maybe talk about.
Another story, and people are not gonna believe when they hear that. It's actually a really cool story. Yes.
Oh, you see, so that's why I reserve the right to have you back if you agree to come back, my brother.
I reserve the right. Look at this guy. So okay, I hear it. Only for you now. Cause we go 37 years. So for you,
That ain't no joke, man. And I thank God that 37 years later, we're able to cross paths, and both of our faith remain strong, and
amen. Praise God. Thank you, Lord Almighty.
I'm just so excited to have you, and of course speak to Zuriel. We'd love to have her on as well, because we'll
try and make that happen. We'll try and make that happen.
If she can fit us in between the world leaders and stuff like that, it's cool. I she's turning down presidents, man. I don't really stand a chance.
Now, don't go be telling everyone that it was just one time. That only happened once. One time.
Hey, once is enough, man. Otherwise,
And see, that's why I'm not even mentioning the country. I don't want to seem to be obsessed.
No. Because we got people listening from all around the world before they go, that was our president. That was.
I know.
We don't really want that. But Demola, thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed. I'm gonna have to sign you off.
Truly an honor. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, listen,
and And thanks for doing what you do. Thanks for hanging your faith out there. Appreciate it.
Oh, my brother, thank you so much indeed. My regards to your wife and the other kids, and hi to Zuriel. And we will catch up, man. We will catch up post this interview as well, my brother. God bless you, sir.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. God
No
bless.
problem at all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bob.
So there you had it, man. If ever you've if ever you wanted to hear a story of, you know, absolute blind faith, I think that was it. And that was, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure that you know, you guys got to hear from, you know, from that perspective. I mean, that is, you know, he said it, you know, African man, we don't roll like that. We don't think like that. And if you think about it, most parents don't really think like that. But when you're ready to give up, you know, your own personal desires and look and say to yourself, you know what, I'm called to support my child in what they're doing, and, you know, see what the Lord has done. Honestly, go and Google Zuriel Oduwole if you get the opportunity, and you will be shocked and amazed at what this young lady has done. And she couldn't have done this unless her father heard from God and then decided to follow her on this journey. You know, yeah, I'm just blown away. So it's been absolutely amazing, you know, absolutely amazing story. I don't even know what to say, man. Let's play some music. I've only got like a few minutes left, so I hope you guys really enjoyed the interview. Just want to say thank you very much indeed to all the FGC old boys and old girls. All I can say is God is working in all of us. I know we're all doing different things in different spaces, and if I get a chance to hear more of you guys' stories, you know, the Soul Food Show is an open platform for you guys, man. Many of you are doing wonderful things all around the world, so proud to be associated. My brothers and sisters, I'm gonna play this one, Jordan May. It's another track called Rags to Riches. I think I'm gonna have to sign out with this one, so all I'm gonna say is, if you want to catch a repeats of the show, go over to soulfoodgospel.com. It will be up in MIXCLOUD very, very soon. I'm back tomorrow. I'm back with the Late Lunch Show. Got a bit of a tech talk on the Late Lunch Show. Gonna have a guy called Sheehan Roberts. He's an accomplished, again, kind of like filmmaker, film producer, film whatever you want to call him. He does all this kind of media stuff. Really clever guy. So if you're thinking of doing something online or doing some video, this is the guy that you really need to speak to. So if you got questions, please feel free to kind of like message me, WhatsApp me, however you want to do it. And yeah. Thank you so much to Ademola Oduwole. We used to call him Demi Show. That was his nickname in school, man. So just going out there to Ademola Oduwole. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Thank you so much to everybody that came on the stream. God bless you guys real good. May your journey all turn from rags to riches. And I'll finish off with my familiar strapline in this season. Stay home, stay safe. And just like my brother Demola said, keep the faith, man.
Insecurities and earnings, had to holler at the surgeon. Remember how to put the word in. Always start to fade away, like Mike did worthy. I've been covered by the blood, dog, not guilty the verdict. See the spirit in control now, back on roll now. Tryna let my light shine, coming from a soul now. Almost rolled down, but I had to slow down. Lost but I'm home now, never be alone now. I don't need no shooters, I got angels all around me. Tryna make $1 million, I'm just tryna feed my family. I know you'll provide a way to help me feed my family. Yeah. Whether it's rise or riches, up or down, I'll be on the mission. Yeah. Took some time, I was blind, I see his vision. Yeah. Lonely nights, I remember them lonely nights. I was living so far from right, pulling up on all the ice. You can see
DJ Val, play music for your mind, body, and soul.
And I won't turn back. I see the truth and I can't turn back.